Let's get you the big exclusive we're tracking for you this afternoon and what it can be seen as a major development that has taken place in the development and the investigation carried out in the PFI case. This is the Maharashtra ATS that has filed a charge sheet to which it further reveals the PFI's sinister anti-India plot. The police in this charge sheet against 5 members of the PFI who were earlier arrested last September have now alleged they were conspiring to wage a war against the union government and establish an Islamic caliphate with the sharia law to be established by the year 2047, the 100 years of India's independence. This charge sheet further goes on to say that the organization worked to break the country and incite the youth against the Hindus, the majority community in the country.
So this is a charge sheet that's been filed by the ATS, once again exposing the PFI terror plot. As many have unearthed, if we talk about the agencies in India that have been going on with a all-out crackdown against the PFI, it is also in a way a rerun of what was exposed by the agencies as far as Bihar's Fulwari Sharif terror module case is concerned. A similar 2047 plot was unearthed by the agencies back then as well. But what is being said as far as this charge sheet is concerned, that this was all planned to disrupt Hindu organizations like the RSS and give the youth training of arms as well. Let me quickly take it across to Amita, who's going to be breaking down the details of the charge sheet and the revelations made in it.
Well, this is the Maharashtra ATS charge sheet. Let's break down the details that has now come across of what exactly is there in the charge sheet, because what all has been seized and recovered from that incriminating documents and that booklet that actually talks about 4 different stages on how they were actually planning this vision to attain Islamic caliphate by the year 2047. First of the expose that says that those working with the PFI conspired against the state. This is the pointers that we are putting out from the Maharashtra ATS charge sheet, saying that they plan to disrupt Hindu organizations like the RSS as well, saying that further the PFI planned to incite the youth against the Hindus, the majorities, as they were planning, and even intended to replace the constitution with sharia. That has been the vision of 2047, planned to turn India into an Islamic nation by 2047 at the completion of 100 years of India's independence, and plan to train the youth to give them training of weapons, training of arms, and this is how they had planned in detail in that booklet, saying that the PFI booklet aimed to incite Muslims and to create unrest, and that has been the main aim. However, if we talk about the PFI, the charge sheet that has now been filed by the Maharashtra ATS, Shivani, my colleague who has got hold of these details that have now come across, is damning pristine to say the least of what all has been mentioned in the sinister plot to harm India. Shivani, if you can hear me, the details that you have accessed in this ATS charge sheet, these are damning revelations that have now been put forth by the Maharashtra ATS. What exactly was the vision? How they were plotting to harm India?
Well, in fact, in this particular charge sheet, other than the plot of 2047 of converting India into an Islamic country by its 100th Independence Day, there are serious, development that those have come across, in which I would like to highlight that how they were targeting 70% of Muslims youth to be deployed in PFI, in which they have clearly said one area under every masjid, in which they say that one area will be developed under every masjid wherever city we work in. So basically in Maharashtra also there was a target which they had influenced those youths with, that every masjid is something where their grouping will be taking place, their meetings will be taking place. So that is what raises question that how masjids are also involved in it. And equally they have clearly said that it is RSS who is quite known and influential among Hindus and among upper caste, and that is why not only Muslim young youths but also youths from SC and ST community will also be
saying that there were atrocities against the minorities in India. And since Modi assumed power, so this was in a way to brainwash the youth, the vulnerable Muslim youth, saying that the hate speeches against the Muslims and even the Christians have been on the rise, saying that they were victims here in a way that the majority community was inflicting harm. And also mosque and churches have been desecrated and they have been destroyed. This is another mean to incite the youth, saying that there were religious festivities that have been disrupted and there have been several areas that have also been attacked. Also mentioning that they think that India has already become a Hindu Rashtra. These were the very details in the booklet that has been mentioned to incite the youth, saying that death to the idea of the India that through 1,000 cuts. That has been the vision for that has been mentioned so far in the booklet of what exactly, how they were planning and plotting this vision of 2047 in detail. This is the booklet, however, that has been recovered so far, and this is the very idea, Crispin, how they were following up very idea of establishing the caliphate rule in 2047.